And then she sees the camera.
Recorded.
And then she sees the camera and she stops. Hi. Hi. Blah, 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 blah. Hi. She knows. She knows.
Take a step. Come on. Come on. You gonna go? Good girl.
Good job.
Good girl. Good girl. You gonna keep going? There you go. She always goes
Good
forward with that
job.
one foot and then brings the other one up to it.
Good job. What is up, my peeps? It is Tuesday. How's everybody doing? It's good to talk to you guys again. Sorry there was no vlog last week. As per usual, I have been exceptionally busy. That's just kind of my norm at this point for right now. And that's okay. I don't mind being busy. But I thought I'd go ahead and give you guys a little update on what's going on and what we're doing and all the stuff and the things both. So it's Tuesday night. I'm on my way to Tuesday night with the guys. We play D&D on Tuesday nights. It's a lot of fun. As far as life in general goes, I'm still doing this contract, which is working out great. The schedule fluctuates a bit. I prefer a schedule where it has set days because I have like 5 jobs. And so if I can bank on always being off these 2 days a week or these 3 days a week or whatever it may be, it's a lot easier for me to be able to work at those other jobs, because if it's fluctuating, I have to wait until the schedule's out with the contract before I take any shifts anywhere else. It's kind of hard to keep my position with some of these other companies when I can't tell them I can work like at all, because the schedule takes a while to come out sometimes. Anyway, but the contract's going well. That's my main gig. I have other side gigs. One of my side gigs is, it's like my half job, whole job, whatever you want to call it. I'm certainly spending a lot of time on it, is writing the curriculum for Riverbend this summer. It is going to be awesome. It is going to be a great summer. I'm very, very excited. The curriculum is coming together very well. I think the messages are all beefy and wonderful and full of God's awesome revelation. The assignments, got a little feedback on them, and everybody's loving it so far. So far, so good. Very exciting stuff. So that's job-wise. On Sunday evenings, my wife and I have started meeting with various friends. It fluctuates in terms of who all's there. But Sunday evenings, we've been meeting in Springtown with just fellow believers, and have been just, all we do is we get together and we ask one question, and that question fuels everything we talk about that evening. And that question is very simply this: what is God saying? And you know what? It's important. It is a super important question. There is a guy who used to ask me that every single week, and I'd already been talking to God for a while. And if you guys don't, I highly encourage you to start. But being asked that question every week really built an expectation where every week I need to know what God's saying. You know, as that question fuels discussion and people just talking about, man, it was so good. God talked to me about this, and I was reading this in the Bible, and it was awesome. You know, and just we get to grow and we get to share that way, and it is so good. If you guys are watching and you want to come, let me know. I will hit you up with where we meet and whatnot. Anyway, so there's all that. Taya, my little wonderful baby girl, is growing. She's starting to walk with a lot of help, you know, with Mama holding her arms. And she's taking little steps. She's so funny. She's only about 4.5 months old at this point. And when my wife is holding her, and she takes a drink of something, she watches the cup and wants the cup. So we have started giving her solid food, and that's worked out actually exceptionally well. She hasn't been vomiting nearly as much as she used to, and by vomiting I don't mean spitting up, I mean vomiting, projectile vomiting. The solid food has helped, has not stopped, but it has helped quite a bit with that. We're getting it to a little bit better consistency. So that's her. My wife is doing really well. You know, Taya is becoming more consistent with sleep, which is great. Whenever we can get some consistent sleep and we can actually start, you know, getting her to sleep on her own a lot more, that would be great, and we definitely want to get there. It's not happening just yet. And then there's the bathroom remodel. One of the things that is keeping me so busy is because on all of my off days, and even like when I get home, if I only work an 8-hour shift when I get home, I'll work on it sometimes. Sometimes I have other things going on and I don't have time. Like frequently I have other things going on and I don't have time. But if I've got a free afternoon, after I get off, I will go and work on the bathroom. It is slowly coming along. The floor is in. The bathtub is in. The shower surround is in. I have finished all the sheetrocking work. I had a little bit more I had to do because when we put the shower surround in, I wasn't sure exactly where it was going to end up, and so I have trimmed out the sheetrock. I got a little bit of mudding to do tomorrow, and then just painting that, and that'll be that. And I will be done with all of the sheetrock. So what I'm hoping to do tomorrow is finish that mudding, which shouldn't take very long. Install baseboard all the way around. Shouldn't take too long. Knock on wood, because I do not have a miter saw. I have a table saw and a circular saw and a jigsaw. That won't really help. But cutting on the angles and whatnot is going to be a little interesting. But I've done it before with the table saw, so I don't think it'll be a problem. If I thought it was going to be a problem, I could just borrow a miter saw. But I'm going to try and do it with the table saw. This person's swerving in front of me. Hey, find the road. So I'm going to cut all the mud. Baseboard, and then there's some trim I need to put in around the shower surround, and so hopefully I'll be able to do that tomorrow as well. If I get all of that done, I'm going to install the toilet. What? What? Yes, the toilet will finally go back in, and I'm also having a little bit of trouble with the bathtub drain. It's a lever type, and it still drains ever so slightly. I know how to adjust it. I know the way you're supposed to adjust it, and I have made those adjustments, and it's still draining. So it makes me think that either I forget what it's called, the plunger that goes down in there to hold the pipe up so it doesn't drain, is faulty in some way, or because it's as long as it'll go. Or something else is wrong. So I've got to figure out why that's not working and get it to work. But hopefully, I mean, if tomorrow just goes really smoothly, I will finish everything and with the baseboards and the trim, and maybe get the toilet too. Hey! Beard. Hi.
She can't scratch that eye out.
Guys, bathroom update. Things have been moving along. I'll just talk about okay, so look, vanity, floor, toilet, of course the tub's in, shower surrounds in. Don't look at this. Don't worry about it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Baseboards, boom, baseboards all the way. Oh, not that wall. Don't look at that. It's okay. It's fine. I'm gonna stand here now. Shower trim, not quite done yet. Stop it. Stop looking. This is cool. This is cool. Running water, ladies and gents. Saw it here first, comes out the shower head too. I'm not gonna turn it on because I got stuff in the tub. I'm having some issues with this. It runs. See? Very poorly, crappy. I think some sediment is stuck in the line. inside the faucet head. I'm about 1,000% certain that's what's going on. Okay, $999. So I've got to fix that. The toilet works just fine, except that it's leaking very, 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 very slowly. And by leaking, I mean like it doesn't stop filling, like it's not leaking. And from what I understand, that has to be replaced. So I bought one today, but I told my wife I would take the afternoon off. I would chill a little bit, so I'm chilling. Check it out, trim, painted. The whole thing's gonna look like that. I think we're gonna paint the windowsill the same color. Would you stop looking at that? Stop it. It's fine, it'll be done later, another day, probably Monday. Come Monday, all going as planned, this is a functional bathroom. May not be finished, but it should be 100% functional. We should be able to take showers, baths, use the toilet, use the sink, all the board and trim installed. That's what I'm hoping for. My wife will most likely be the first with the inaugural bath, because my wife loves baths. That's what's up. Stay tuned.